the role of warehouse. Introduction to the module. Warehousing is the act of storing goods that will be sold or distributed later. Warehouses are seen as a vital cog within today's supply chain. This module will introduce you to the concept of warehousing. Topics to be covered in this module. Introduction. Types of warehouses. Types of warehouse operation. Functions of the warehouse. Why do we hold stock? Introduction. The role of a supply chain is to deliver the right products, in the correct quantity, to the right customer, at the right place, at the right time, in the right condition, at the right price. The warehouse plays a significant part in this. Delivering the right product in the right quantity relies on the warehouse picking and dispatching accurately. Delivering to the right customer at the right place, on time, requires the product to be labeled correctly and loaded onto the correct vehicle. In the right condition means that the warehouse has to ensure the product leaves the warehouse clean and damage-free. Finally, at the right price requires a cost-efficient operation that delivers value for money. Warehousing refers to the activities involving storage of goods on a large scale in a systematic and orderly manner and making them available conveniently when needed. In other words, warehousing means holding or preserving goods in huge quantities from the time of their purchase or production until their actual use or sale. Warehousing creates time utility by bridging the time gap between production and consumption of goods. Across the supply chains, warehousing is an important element of activity in the distribution of goods, from raw materials and work in progress through to finished products. Types of warehouses. The different types of warehouses may be classified as follows. 1. Private warehouses. The warehouses which are owned and managed by the manufacturers or traders to store, exclusively, their own stock of goods are known as private warehouses. 2. Public warehouses. The warehouses which are run to store goods of the general public are known as public warehouses. Anyone can store his goods in public warehouses on payment of rent. An individual, a partnership firm or a company may own these warehouses. 3. Government warehouses. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by central or state governments or public corporations or local authorities. Both government and private enterprises may use these warehouses to store their goods. 4. Bonded warehouses. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by the government as well as private agencies. Bonded warehouses are used to store imported goods for which import duty is yet to be paid. 5. Cooperative warehouses. These warehouses are owned, managed and controlled by cooperative societies. Types of warehouse operation. There are many different roles for a warehouse in today's supply chain. Warehouses can be operated by raw materials suppliers, manufacturers, retailers and companies involved in reverse logistics. These warehouses fulfill the following roles. Raw materials storage. Warehouses store raw materials and components close to the point of manufacture. Intermediate, postponement, customization or sub-assembly facilities. Warehouses are used to store products at different stages in production. These centers are also used to customize products before final delivery to the customer. Finished goods storage. Warehouses store products ready for sale on behalf of manufacturers, wholesalers, and retailers. They provide a buffer or safety stock for companies. Consolidation centers and transit warehouses. Consolidation centers receive products from different sources and consolidate them for onward delivery to the customer. Cross-dock centers. Cross-docking requires deliveries into these centers to be already labeled and ready for onward delivery. Here the items are identified and consolidated with other deliveries, ready for dispatch. Sortation centers. Sortation centers are used in the main by letter, parcel and pallet distribution companies. Fulfillment centers. These warehouses have been designed and equipped to manage large volumes of single-item orders. Public sector warehousing. Outside the commercial world, there are also warehouse operations which support the public sector, armed forces and businesses. Functions of the warehouse. Warehousing has three basic functions: movement, storage, information transfer. The movement functions of a warehouse. 1. Receiving. It includes the physical unloading of incoming transport, checking, recording of receipts, and deciding whether received goods are to be put away in the warehouse. 2. Transfer or put away. Binning and storing the goods in their respective locations, including the temporary locations, from the receiving docking area. 3. Order picking or selection. Goods are selected from order picking stock in the required quantities and at the required time to meet customer orders. 4. Cross-docking. Move products directly from receiving, incoming truck to the shipping dock, outgoing truck. These products are not stored in the warehouse. 5. Shipping. Picked goods are shipped according to customer orders and respective destinations. The storage functions of a warehouse. 1. Temporary storage. It includes only the storage of products necessary for basic inventory replenishment. 2. Semi-permanent storage. It is the storage of inventory in excess of that required for normal replenishment. This inventory is referred to as buffer or safety stock. The information transfer functions of a warehouse. These functions occur simultaneously with movement and storage functions. Management always needs timely and accurate information as it attempts to administer the warehousing activity. Why do we hold stock? A supply chain with a minimum amount of stock within its pipeline is nirvana. Unfortunately, our society and our markets are not predictable. Therefore, we hold stock at various stages within the supply chain. Reasons for holding stock are as follows. To keep down production costs. Often, it is costly to set up machines. Production runs need to be as long as possible to achieve low unit costs. To accommodate variations in demand. The demand for a product is never wholly regular. To avoid stockouts, some level of safety stock must be held. To take account of variable supply leads. Additional safety stock is held to cover any delivery delays from suppliers. Buying costs. To minimize the administrative cost associated with raising an order, it is necessary to hold additional inventory. To take advantage of quantity discounts. Some products are offered at a cheaper unit cost if they are bought in bulk. To account for seasonal fluctuations. These may be for demand reasons whereby products are popular at peak times only. To cater to this, while maintaining an even level of production, stocks need to be built up through the rest of the year. To allow for price fluctuations. The price of primary products can fluctuate for a variety of reasons. Some companies buy in large quantities to cater for this. To provide customers with immediate service. It is essential in highly competitive markets for companies to provide goods as soon as they are required. Summary. In this module, you have learnt: warehousing refers to the activities involving storage of goods on a large scale in a systematic, and orderly manner and making them available conveniently when needed. Anyone can store his goods in public warehouses on payment of rent. Bonded warehouses are used to store imported goods for which import duty is yet to be paid. Warehousing has three basic functions: movement, storage, information transfer. The price of primary products can fluctuate for a variety of reasons. Some companies buy in large quantities to cater for this.